This session is on increment decrement operators. So increment operators is plus plus and decrement operators is minus minus. So we have like post increment operator, pre increment operators. So what do you mean by pre increment operators is we will first increment the value and then use it in the expression. Whereas the post increment operators will be using it in the expression and then incrementing the value of the variable. The same rule goes with the decrement operators as well. So first decrement it and then use it in the expression for the pre decrement operator. For the post decrement operator, it is going to be use it in the expression and then decrement it. So let's take an example. So we have integer a is equal to 10 and we just do a plus plus and we print the a. What is going to happen here is it's going to just increment the a's value by 1, so it is going to print 11. So here SOP stands for system.out.println. I have just mentioned it in a shorter form. Okay, so the output is as you expected, it is going to be 11 because a's value is incremented with 1. The same thing goes, there is no difference when you use plus plus a, if you replace a plus plus with plus plus a, there is no difference with the a's value. A's value is still going to remain 11. But let's take one more variable here, integer b, and then call it as b is equal to a plus plus. Here again, a's value is incremented by itself to 1 actually, so it is going to be 11. But what is the b's value here? That is where the pre-increment and post-increment plays a role here. So when it is a post-increment, what is going to happen is a's value is eventually going to be 11, but when it is used in the expression b is equal to a plus plus, it is going to use the value of the current value of the a, so which is nothing but 10. So b is equal to 10 will be done first and then a's value will be incremented to 11. So what is going to happen as a result here is when you print a and b, a's value will be, as you assume, because we did a plus plus, so a's value is going to become 11. But what is b's value is going to be remaining as 10 because b is using the a's current value in and then storing that value, then a's value is getting incremented. If we do in the pre-increment in this scenario, what is going to happen is here again a's value is going to be 11, but b's value will not be equal to 10 because here it is pre-increment. That means you have to increment the value of a, then it is getting used in the expression. Expression here means b is equal to that plus plus a. So here what is going to happen, a's value will be first incremented to 11 and then assigned to b. So here b's value will be 11 and as you know a's value will also be 11 because we are anyway doing a plus plus. Okay, let's do some complex example with this. Let's take this expression. So let's see what would be the b's value here and also the a's value. So here b is equal to minus minus a plus a minus minus. So what is b? First we'll start with minus minus a. So what is minus minus a? A's value is 10 and this is a pre-decrement operator. When I say pre-decrement, it is going to decrement the value first and then use it in the expression. So here it is going to use b is equal to 9 first actually, because it is not going to use 10, it is going to use 9 because it is already decrementing the value of a. So you are going to get the value as 9 here. Plus what we are doing a minus minus. What is the current value of a? Since we already decremented a, the current value of a is 9. So when you use the current value, and here we are doing a post decrement operator, that means we are going to use the current value of a in the expression and finally we are going to reduce the value of a. So a's value will eventually become 8 actually because we are doing minus minus for 2 times a, so it is going to eventually end up in the value 8. But what is used in the expression for computing the b's value is going to be different. So here minus minus a is bringing down the a to 9, so it is going to use 9 plus use the current a's value which is 9 because it is not going to decrement and use it because it is a post decrement operator. So now it is going to, b's value is going to be 18 but a's value is going to be 8. Let's see one more expression. B is equal to a plus 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 minus minus a. So here what is going to happen is a's value is 10, and when you use it in the expression, a value will be used as such because it is a post increment operator. So the a's value is going to be used as 10. What is b's value? I mean, when you compute the b's value, what is the next thing? Minus minus a. After computing a plus plus, a's current value will become 11. So when you do minus minus a, we are decrementing 11 to 10 and then using it in the expression. So a's value is reduced to 10. That latest a's value will be used in the expression because it is a pre-decrement operator. So now b's value will be computed as 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20. Okay. So let's see the same programs in in Eclipse. Try to do this program to understand it very clearly. So I'm just going to create a class. I'm going to name it as increment decrement demo, to use a public static void main and then say finish. Okay, so here we're going to type int a is equal to 10, and then so let's do the same thing what we did there. We do a plus plus, then say sys out a. So save this and run this. It's a pretty simple output what you expect, which is going to be 11. So if you do, instead of a plus plus, if you do plus plus a, which is also going to be coming as 11, as we see there. Okay, now comes the complexity, where we declaring a variable called b, and then we are going to assign b is equal to plus plus a instead of directly putting a. So here what is going to happen, b's value is going to be a's value is going to be incremented and then used in the b's value. So it's going to be when you run this program, it's going to be 11. So a's value is anyway 11, but I wanted to print the b's value here. Hold on a minute. Okay, so run this program. You get both as 11 because a is incremented and then that incremented value is used in the b because it is pre-increment. So if I would have done a plus plus, the result will be a's value will be used, that means b is equal to 10 will be assigned, and then a's value will be incremented, which is going to be a little bit different here, which is going to be printing 11 and 10. B's value is 11 and b's value is 10 here. Okay, so let's do one more some complex example as we did there. A plus plus and then say minus minus a. So what is the expectation here? So a plus plus is a is equal to 10. When you do a plus plus, it is going to use only 10 here. It is not going to use 11. It's going to use 10. And then a's value will be incremented to 11 after it is, using the expression 10. It is going to increment it to getting 11. And when you come here, when you try to put minus minus a, what is going to happen is it is going to the current to a's value is 11, which is going to be decremented to 10, and then it is going to get used in this expression. So what is going to happen here is here also when you compute 10, and then here also the computed value is going to be 10. So it is going to be a is equal to 10, but b is equal to 20. Okay, so let's do a different thing, like if I do plus plus a and then plus and minus minus a. So what is going to happen here? So here in both are kind of, so let's run this program. So here you see the results as 21. So how it is 21? Because a's value is remaining as 10 because you are incrementing a and then you are decrementing a, so which is going to bring down to the same value as 10. But how is b is instead of 20 it is 21 is because in both are pre-increment operators. That means a will be first incremented here to 11 and then used in the expression. That means a will be 11, and then here what is going to happen, a is already 11 and is going to bring down to 10 and used in the expression. So 11 plus 10 is going to be 21. In case if I would have done a minus minus, in this case it's going to be 22, because here a's value is going to be 11, and then the 11 will be used as it is because it is a post decrement operator. It's not going to be reducing to 10 and using it actually. So it is going to be 11 itself. So 11 plus 11 will result in 22. Again, a's value will be 10 only because it's just incrementing the a's value and decrementing it by 1 actually. Okay, so it becomes 22. So it depends upon how you used it. The post increment and pre increment operators in an expression. So you have to be very careful when using it. Otherwise, you may expect some values which is something which you don't expect.